Well, welcome to Tuesday Update. Today is April 13th. We had some beautiful weather this past weekend. It was great to celebrate Mass with those of you who are here and those who contacted us on the live stream. We had about 552 people here in the church and parish center and chapel this past weekend. That's our largest number since the pandemic began, so people slowly coming back. I told you I would give you a few statistics on, how many people joined us for Holy Week. And of course, for Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Saturday, and Sunday, our church was, we had 190 people here, about 150 people in the parish center, and then about 25 people in the chapel. But in terms of our live stream, on Holy Thursday, we had just under 1,900 people join us on our live stream for Holy Thursday. For the Good Friday stations, a little bit over 2,200 people joined us on our live stream. The Good Friday Passion, that was Friday evening, just under 1,700. And then for the three Easter Masses, we had almost 7,000 views. So that's tremendous in terms of our live streaming, people being able to join us and being a big part of our parish here, in addition to those who have been able to come in person. Hey, one of the things we're going to need moving forward is more ambassadors. Remember, the ambassadors are what kind of help keep us safe here, and we want to continue, even though we're getting vaccinated, we want to continue with our safety protocols. And so we got some of our ambassadors. They're going to be going on vacation this summer, and then we're eventually probably going to get to a third Mass on a weekend. So we're going to need some more ambassadors to be able to do that. Ann Rose, of course, she kind of coordinates that whole thing. If you might be willing to help us, we got a training session coming up, a couple of them. And we're thinking if we can get enough people, it would only be a once a month commitment. So if that might be something you could help us out with, give us a call. We'll get you in contact with Ann Rose, and she'll tell you about a little training session. But I appreciate your help on that. I want to give you a little update on our live streaming, okay, a little update. So we contract with a company for our live streaming, and they changed our platform. So we've had to make some adjustments to this platform. And we've, of course, there's always glitches when you do this. And this past weekend was one of those glitches. Some of our live streaming capabilities weren't, some of our platforms weren't working well. And of course, we apologize for all this. It's just, it takes a while to get these kinks out. So moving forward, when something starts, is a live stream. So 5 o'clock on Saturday, 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, those will start on time. But when you go to look at something that's already taken place, there's going to be what they call a welcome screen. And that welcome screen will show, and it goes for about 5 to 7 minutes. We're trying to eventually get rid of that. But you have to try to you have to scroll up to maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and then you will see the Mass. Okay, but that welcome screen is on there for 5 to 7 minutes. Just scroll up, get past it, and then you'll be able to see the actual Mass. Okay, so we're going to be working on this. We're working on this all week, and we're going to try and get the kinks out. If you remember, we got 3 platforms. If one of the platforms are not working for you, go to another one. So I think right now our website is probably the most dependable one, and Facebook and YouTube. But if you're on one and it's not working, go to another one and give it a try. It's going to take us, a couple weeks to get all the kinks out. The company tells us it's well worth it, but I ask for your patience. I'm really, really grateful to Brian Hoffman. He's our organist here, but he also kind of takes this on and does a lot of research, puts a lot of time in on trying to help us with this. So I'm grateful to Brian, but thank you for your patience, as we get all these bugs out. Hey, just a reminder, this weekend is our Sacred Heart food collection. And of course, as you know, during the week, if you want to drop off food, you just come to the main doors and drop it off on the inside, or you can bring that food with you when you come to either the 5 o'clock Mass this weekend or the 10 o'clock, and we do the collection. But always grateful for your help on that Sacred Heart food pantry. Really grateful to those of you who have sent us some memories of Father Ferrano. We want to put together a little scrapbook to send to his family, and we're going to try and get that done by the end of April. So if you could send us any memory, less than 1 page, we're going to make it a part of that scrapbook to give to his family. Remember, at noon we've been trying to pause, and over Lent we were praying for healing, and we certainly can continue to do that. But another thought, maybe this week take that minute at noon to pause and then maybe pray for recovery of all that this COVID has caused in terms of emotional distress, physical distress, spiritual distress, and pray for people who are really hurting as a result of COVID, including the economic distress of people who have lost jobs. So let's make that our prayer this week at noon. Again, we're going to do one final shout out for anyone who needs assistance with a COVID shot. Again, we can help you in terms of making the appointment, getting you to the appointment. Call our pastoral care office, Linda Green. She'd be glad to help you. But that'll be our last shout out for that. We're assuming we've been able to help pretty much everybody that needed help. Quick building update. So if you've been by here, you've seen we've done a lot of backfilling. They're still working on it a little bit right now, but that's going to be complete shortly. And then I think you'll see they'll be bringing in some fill for the basement floor. They're going to pour that concrete basement floor before long. And I think probably within 3-4 days, some of the steel work will begin. So you're going to see some of the erection of the steel work. So the good weather is really helping us out in terms of getting a lot of work done. The pandemic has held up many of our schedules, especially I think of people who wanted baptisms. And so if you want to give us a call, we're going to help you with that baptism of your baby or young child. We're going to give you a good experience, and we're going to make it a safe one too. And so all our safety protocols, we do them at the baptisms to make sure we protect everybody in the family. So give us a call if we can help you. And as well as anybody who, if there's somebody, either yourself or you got a friend who are behind in sacraments or religious education of your kids, give us a shout. We're happy to help wherever you are in your faith journey. We can help you. So give us a shout if we can help you with sacraments or religious education. We got a lot of weddings coming up. I love weddings. Of course, I feel bad for these couples. They've had to postpone 1 or 2 times and trying to get reception sites. And, they've had to show a lot of patience. And so just keep them in prayer. We'll have a lot of, I think we got a couple weekends, we'll have 3 weddings on a weekend. So we got a lot of weddings coming up. I love them. And if you're engaged, thinking about getting engaged, I know young people today have a lot of options in terms of where they get married. I'd really invite you to come get married here at St. Pius. It's a great setting. We give you a great wedding. And the beauty of being here is that your marriage becomes a threesome. It's the 2 of you and God. That's a powerful threesome. And that's the beauty of getting married here in the church. And so I hope that if any of our young couples are thinking about getting married, with all the options you got about where to go, come on right here to St. Pius. We're going to give you a good experience and make that a sacramental marriage. Little thought for the week. We talked about this past weekend. Thought for the week. Wisdom has 2 parts. 1, having a lot to say. 2, not saying it. Okay. Wisdom has 2 parts. 1, having a lot to say. 2, not saying it. So this weekend is we're going to get, first of all, during Easter, we always hear from the Acts of the Apostles in the first reading. That's the story of the new church being built after Jesus has left. So we always have that as a first reading. And then our gospel is typically one of the resurrection appearance stories. And so we're going to have this weekend, it's the end of the Emmaus story. And there's a really, really nice thought in there for us in terms of a relevant thought of us living our lives. And so we'll be talking about this weekend. So whether you're here in person or you join us on the live stream, I look forward to seeing you. God bless.